Doing a second video today, and I'm doing it right after another one after another. So you know what? Let's change the map for you guys. Let's play the big ramp. I want to change the map for you guys real quick. But today I'll be ranking all the divisions in the NFL and giving you guys my take on what the best division in football is. So, you guys might not agree with me. This is just my silly opinions. You don't have to agree with me. You guys can argue in the comments how you guys think this should be ranked. I'll read the comments, and who knows, you guys might persuade me into changing my mind. But anyways, let's hop right into this video as we get to the... Oh, that was bad. With my number 8th division, the weakest division in football in my opinion is the NFC East. In my opinion, there's only one good team in the NFC East, and then there's a alright team, and then the teams just drop down from there. But as much as it pains me to say it, the only good team really that I see in that division is the Dallas Cowboys, with the Washington Commanders just being alright, just because they have a set defense, and I don't know, I kind of like their roster a little bit, but I wouldn't guarantee them making a playoff. The Eagles, they're pretty alright. They just got rid of Fletcher Cox today, but now they're also trying to restructure his deal so he makes less. But if I was Fletcher Cox, I think he has a good market. And then there's the Giants, which who the hell knows what the Giants are doing at this point anymore. They did hire a new head coach, but I don't know if that head coach can make that team better. I mean, I know he's offensive coordinator of the Bills. He's way better than Joe Judge or whoever was the last one. I think it was Joe Judge. But I don't know. That's why I have the NFC East at number 8. And at number 7, this might be a hot take, but I have the NFC North at number 7. Yes, the Packers are a phenomenal team, but they just lost Davante Adams, Marcus Stanley, however you say his name. They lost another receiver. I think it was St. Brown. And then yes, they have Aaron Rodgers, who is probably in the top 3 best quarterbacks in the league. I think Aaron Rodgers actually might be the best quarterback in the league. But then after that, you have Minnesota, which is, Minnesota's alright, but they're nothing too special. I mean, they have a great receiving core, an alright defense, and a pretty decent quarterback. I mean, I think Kirk Cousins is pretty good, but other than that, I don't know what the Vikings really have. And then you have the Bears, Bears just got rid of Khalil Mack, and I'm pretty sure Robert Quinn's gone, so there's a 2 big defensive powerhouses gone. They got rid of Allen Robertson. They don't have any good receivers after that. And then you have the Detroit Lions, which, I mean, they're the Lions. St. Brown had a good rookie season. Goff isn't anything great. Their defense isn't really that good. They had that corner, I cannot remember the life of me, but I know it wasn't Jeff Okudah who played good last season. And then that's about it for the Lions. But I just don't think that division is too hard. That division is the Packers division, just like the NFC East is the Cowboys division. But then I have the AFC. Hold on. I'm actually debating on moving this. I have the AFC East now in the 6th spot. I mean, the Bills, they just signed all time for a 6-year, $120 million contract. Big move by the Bills. They also signed O.J. Howard on the same day, and then they had a couple more signings. The Bills are improving a team that was Chiefs, and they're adding to it. The roster they have right now. I think Bills are Super Bowl contenders. I think the Bills are like favorite in the AFC in my opinion. Really, I just don't know. They had the #1 defense last year. They added Von Miller to it. Tre'Davious White will be healthy from the ACL injury. I mean, they got rid of Cole Beasley, but there's still Odell Beckham and Jarvis Landry in free agency right now. I mean, the Bills just need one more receiver, and they just need a receiver to replace Cole Beasley, and they're good. Like, they're golden. And then you have the Patriots in there, led by Darth Vader himself, Bill Belichick. They got Mac Jones. Mac Jones pretty good. Their defense was pretty good last season. They got rid of Shaq Mason. So, I mean, but they could easily replace him at right guard. But then, other than the Patriots and the Dolphins have signed a pretty good amount of free agents, but I don't know. And so have the Jets, but I just don't have any trust in either of those two teams. They just have not been good recently. I mean, the Dolphins almost made the playoffs last year, but then they got rid of Brian Flores. But that's going to bring me to my number 5th, and I think it's going to be the NFC South, led by the deflator himself, Tom Brady. The Bucs are shooting to win that division. That's the Bucs division right there. And then you have the Saints, Panthers, and Falcons. Either one of those teams could have Deshaun Watson. I'm pretty sure it's going to be the Falcons, but nothing is final yet. Nothing's final yet. So, I mean, but whoever gets them, all of them are pretty solid teams. Just none of them, other than the Bucs, have a quarterback. Even if the Saints re-sign Jameis Winston, they'll be good. Falcons will always be a laughingstock, but if Falcons get Deshaun Watson, Falcons would be good again. I mean, they don't have any receivers, but there's a lot of talented receivers in the draft and still in free agency the Falcons could get. And then they also have Kyle Pitts. Panthers, they're getting rid of Run CMC, Christian McCaffrey. So I don't think the Panthers are going to be the only team really out on this division. But that's going to lead me to my 4th rated team. This one is a shocker to me. I didn't think this division would be rated this high. AFC South. They have 2 solid teams in the Colts, who just need a quarterback. The Titans, who are a good team with Ryan Tannehill, but without Ryan Tannehill, I think they could make go even farther. I mean, don't get me wrong, Ryan Tannehill is a good quarterback, but I don't think Ryan Tannehill is a quarterback that can get you through the hump. And then you have the Jaguars, they're alright. They just submit money hungry in free agency, signing Zay Jones. They signed a lot more people. They signed Christian Kirk, but they also got rid of Miles Jack, which was a key defender. And then with my 3rd division will be the NFC West. You got 3 playoff teams from last year. You got the defending Super Bowl champs, but I'm only going to rank them at number 3 because I feel 1 and 2 have all 4 teams amazing for all 4 teams. But you have the Rams coming from the Super Bowl. Yes, they're losing. They lost Von Miller. They lost Sebastian Day to the Chargers. But I mean, they're still good. I mean, they might have lost Odell Beckham, but they signed his replacement, Allen Robinson, and if he's not his replacement, it's Robert Woods' replacement. And then you have the Kyler Murray-led Cardinals. Played pretty good up until the middle of the season last year. They have D-Hop's going to be healthy. Kyler is in a contract year, so he's going to show out so he can get paid. They're bringing back James Conner. Chase Edmonds left to go to the Dolphins, I'm pretty sure. But I could be wrong. And then you have Seattle, who is in full rebuild mode. They got rid of Bobby Wagner, got rid of Russell Wilson, so I don't think Seattle's a player in that division. But then you also have the 49ers, who went to the championship game. They were going to lose their quarterback, but their team is still good around them. I mean, they lost DJ Jones to the Broncos. But then my number 2 division is the AFC North. And yes, Steelers are okay. They have a great team around placed around Mitchell Trubisky. So we're about to see if Mitchell Trubisky is actually a bust or not, which I actually think he's not a bust. I think Matt Nagy just couldn't use him. And then last year, him sitting behind Josh Allen, I think that benefited him. So I think they're an alright squad. They're in a pretty good state. Cleveland Browns, they have an amazing team. There's a little bit of a question mark around the quarterback. I think it might be Matt Ryan who goes to the Browns, because I am very confident in the Falcons getting Deshaun Watson. So I think, but I wouldn't be surprised if, Jimmy G was their quarterback. I really don't think Baker Mayfield's going to be their quarterback. I know they declined his trade request, but even if he doesn't get traded, I think he might even sit out a year. Who knows? Baker's a very emotional guy. I mean, I love Baker Mayfield, don't get me wrong, but he's a very emotional guy. And then you have the Ravens, who have Lamar Jackson. The Ravens are a tough team. They don't have many receivers, but when you have a player like Lamar Jackson who can just carry that team on his back, they would have been a playoff team just based off of Lamar Jackson alone if Lamar didn't get hurt last season. And then you got the Super Bowl losers, the AFC's best team last year. Well, I don't know if they was the best team. I feel like the Bills might have been the best team last year. But the AFC conference winners last year, Cincinnati Bengals. First thing they did on the first day of free agency was bring in O-line help, which was their biggest need. And because Joe Burrow got sacked a load. He got sacked like 7 times in the Super Bowl. Sacked 9 times against the Titans. Which I really slept on that Titans defense in my prediction video. And then you got that's it. And then number 1, the toughest division of oh, what? Sorry about that, threw me off. The toughest division in football. You got the AFC West, home to the Kansas City Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes, home to Justin Herbert and the Chargers, home to Davante Adams and the Raiders, and home to my Russell Wilson-led Denver Broncos. I mean, this was one of the toughest divisions of football last year, besides from the Broncos not playing good. But the Broncos got their number 1 need. The Broncos got Russell Wilson at quarterback. They got Randy Gregory from the Cowboys, which it's a hit or miss. When healthy, he's a phenomenal player, but he also has some off-the-field issues. And he has an injury problem, but I think he was a great signing. We got Tom Compton for the 49ers. I mean, that's just a placement. That's just a backup right tackle. We got Josie Jewell back. Probably getting Kareem Jackson, maybe Bryce Callahan back. Broncos, I think they're playoff bound. I think all 4 teams in this division can make the playoffs. And then you get the Raiders. They just signed Chandler Jones. They traded Ngakwe. They got rid of, who was that player? He was the Carl Nassib. But they also just added Davante Adams. Raiders can't draft for shit. So, giving away those picks was nothing. Then you got the Kansas City Chiefs, who don't have Tyrann Mathieu anymore. They signed Justin Reid, which Justin Reid's a pretty alright player. I don't know if he's a good replacement for the Tyrann Mathieu, the Honey Badger. I feel like the Honey Badger you just can't replace. I'm also surprised that he hasn't found a home yet. And then you got the Chargers, who went out right after Russell Wilson was traded for Khalil Mack. He's back in the AFC West. The first day of free agents, first or second day, they signed J.C. Jackson and Sebastian Day. So right there, 3 big keys to their defense to fix their biggest problem: stopping the run and stopping the pass. The AFC West is an arms race this season, and I am excited. I am excited to see. I feel like an AFC West team is going to go to the Super Bowl. Now, I hope it's the Broncos, but I can see it being any of the 4, and I hate saying that because I hate the Raiders, I hate the Chargers, and I hate the Chiefs. I mean, I like them somewhat because they have some players I like, but I hate them because I'm a Broncos fan, and I want to see my Broncos in the Super Bowl this year, but I don't know. I think Russell Wilson is a great addition, DJ Jones, Randy Gregory, and I hope we get La'el Collins and Bobby Wagner. Hope we get Kareem Jackson and Bryce Callahan back, and I really hope we also get Stephon Gilmore, but you know, I don't think Cap will let us do all of that. But anyways, let me know what your guys' what you guys think about all the divisions. Let me know if I'm wrong somewhere. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching so much. I appreciate and love every one of you. Goodbye.